And welcome once again, everybody, to UNO Volleyball, brought to you by Telepro Inc., a 20-year Omaha-based video production company. I'm your host, Matt Kelly, and it would not be the UNO Volleyball show without UNO Volleyball head coach, and that is Shires. 2007 so far for the UNO Volleyball program. Just where are you guys at as of today?
You know, currently, if you look at the national rankings, we're currently ranked 14th in the country. So I think we've made some great movement so far this season. We started off this season ranked 18th in the country and have kind of steadily climbed. Even though we've had a few losses, our losses have been against some top opponents. And so we've been very excited with the growth and the production of our team and our program.
What's the biggest thing that you know, when you start off a season, everybody has high expectations. Everybody thinks that, you know, we have a shot at a national championship. You've won a national championship before. What about this team has you believing that you can get to where you want to be at the end of the season, and that's ultimately with a shot at making a run at the title?
Well, first of all, we often discuss in our program that it's not always about where you start, but it's about where you finish. It's not always how you start, but it's how you finish. And we want to start and have momentum when we start, but we want to get better every single day. And I think what makes us feel that we have the opportunity to finish in the top, one of the top teams in the country and finish for that national championship is the fact that we have the talent to be able to do that. And it's right now, it's putting ourselves in a position to play some of the best, taking some risks, potentially losing some matches early, so that at the end, we're stronger for that. We firmly believe that for us to be the best, we have to play the best. And we have to test ourselves in those situations. You know, honestly, it would do really nothing for my team, for my team's confidence, for us understanding and embracing pressure if we were, you know, right now 12-0 and we had not played anybody ranked in the top 20 at this point.
Sure.
I think it gives a lot of false confidence to my players. I'd rather take some risks, play some good teams, and if we lose along the way, we've learned something about our team that might have been exposed now versus 2 months from now.
When the season started, you know, you said that you were looking to a number of ladies to kind of to lead this team. Have those players stepped up? And just talk about, I guess, the dynamics of this team and who are the players that have maybe surprised you a little bit or, you know, kind of maybe broken out a little bit in 2007?
Well, I think first and foremost, what we wanted to have this year is we wanted to have our setter, Katie Agnew, step up and play at the level that a setter plays to lead her team to a championship. And I have not had one complaint in regards to Katie's play this year. She has done an exceptional job of raising her level. I think she's playing the best she's played in her life up to this point. She sees the hitters well, sees the opposing defense well, makes great decisions with who to give the ball to. And I think that that's one thing that down the stretch is going to make a big difference for us.
You talk about the setter, but she has to have somebody to get the ball to. Are you happy with the progress of your outside hitters and along those lines?
You know, I think right now we have a three outside hitter race continuing to go on for the starting nod. I think clearly Kelly Gieser, sophomore from Harlan, Iowa, has done a great job of stepping up and become our outside one, our OH1 hitter. And she consistently is hitting 200–300% every night that she plays. And I think that's the type of growth I wanted from her. Sarah Camp-Snyder and Liz Ingram are kind of splitting time in that other outside position. And depending on what we need a bigger block, Sarah's in, we need a shot hitter, Liz is in. And I think those two are being good role players right now, but I do need those two players to step up and to hit consistently in the 200 range.
Where do you see this team going, and what do you have to see over the next week or two to give you more confidence that when it comes down to the end of the season that you're going to be where you want to be?
Number one thing I need to see right now from my players is competitive fury. I need them to get out onto the court and compete in a practice situation, compete under pressure. I need there to be an urgency of competitiveness on the court. And I think that will translate to matches. I think it will translate to us pressuring our opponents and being able to mentally sustain that pressure throughout an entire 2.5–3 hour match.
Talk about the matches that you have coming up. Obviously, you've got still a good portion of the season left, but just next 2 to 3, 4 matches that you need to focus on.
Well, coming up right away on Wednesday night, we travel to Northwest Missouri, who's not a conference opponent, but is definitely a regional opponent.
They will be next year, though,
and
right?
They definitely will be a conference opponent next year. And what we want to do is we want to, number one, get a regional win. Number two, we're starting to look toward next year, and we would like to make a statement to the MIAA as to our readiness to participate and to challenge to be in the upper echelon of teams in that conference. And we want to make statements to people so that next year, when we play in the conference, they already know who we are.
You want to make statements to recruits as well, right? Not just to that program, but to recruits who might be looking at a Northwest Missouri or some other schools that are in the conference that now all of a sudden you might be wanting to recruit or been recruiting at this time.
You know, just like football, we're going up against Northwest Missouri, we're going up against Truman, Washburn, which are the top volleyball schools in that conference. And we're going up against those teams on a consistent basis, recruiting-wise, and we want to continue to make a clear statement as to who we are and our dominance.
Is it hard to focus on the final season of the North Central Conference and at the same time, as you said, going to a Northwest Missouri, realizing that, hey, you know what, in less than 6 or 8 months, we're going to be members of the MIAA, officially where you're competing against them. Is it hard to balance that, or is it just another day at the office or the court for your sake? You know,
I think that one of the things that as a coach you need to do is you need to focus on right now, what does my team need? What does my team need 2 weeks from now? What does my team need by the end of the season? And then you're constantly focused on recruiting. And, we want to recruit kids that not just are going to allow us to compete and to win the conference, but to allow us to compete and win a national championship. So those type of athletes would have us ready for any level of competition.
A lot of excitement here at UNO these days. I mean, right outside the doors here at the Sapp Fieldhouse, construction going on. They're building the new facility. The soccer program has a new facility over south of Center with the talk of, or the plans for, baseball fields, some hockey practice rinks. Is there just a lot of excitement around the UNO family right now on campus, athletically, everything?
We feel this university is really going places. We feel like this university has a plan for the future. And part of that plan includes the academic aspect of campus, buildings, programs, new academic programs coming in, new PhD programs coming in. But we also feel that this university has placed a high importance in athletics and are developing the facilities and the athletic department that's going to be necessary to become the premier Division II school in the nation. Well,
that's obviously the plan and the goal. So Rose Shires, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to sitting down with you a little bit later on, maybe in a week or two. So for Rose Shires, the head coach of the UNO Volleyball program, I am Matt Kelly, and once again, this has been UNO Volleyball, brought to you by Telepro, a Omaha-based 20-year video production company. Until next time, I'm Matt Kelly for Rose Shires. We'll see you later.